What is going on, winners, losers, and listeners? Wow, this is a mouthful saying it every single week. I don't know why I got stuck with it, but moving forward, welcome back to episode 5 of your favorite gaming podcast. You are joined by Jacob and then Jeremy over this way. Sorry, shit.
Yeah, over here.
For
In a
episode
direction.
5, in a direction, he's next to me in spirit, in heart, in mind, in everything. Today we'll be covering a new segment of the podcast that we'll be having every week, maybe a couple times a week. We'll see how it goes. Some changes to how we're going to be doing trivia. Stay tuned. I know we keep changing things, but stay tuned for that. And some more fun stuff to come. So stay tuned. But before we get into all that, alrighty, guys, we'll start it off with the trivia question as we normally do. By trivia question, I mean trivia answer, but same thing in my book. Last week's trivia question was covering Nintendo. Nintendo, as we know it, did not start off selling our beloved gaming consoles, but what did they start off selling? Give you a second to think about that for those of you that were not here last week. Playing cards, which is an interesting one, but I would say definitely makes sense. Because I mean, back then there wasn't no video games, there wasn't very many electronics. I mean, you got to think about it. Nintendo has been around since like 1879, I think is what I said last week. I can't remember, but regardless,
I think it
we
was
did
something like
have
that.
somebody get it correct. As I believe Jeremy is showing there on the other side. Camille on YouTube, congratulations on taking home a $10 gift card of your choice. Do DM us on any sort of social media, on our Discord server, or anything that you may have us on, and claim your prize.
Yep.
One thing that we will like to cover, um, regarding this week's trivia and how we're going to be doing it from here on forward. We are still going to have a trivia question, but in the hopes of making something a little more fair, a little less able to be Googled for those of you that may or may not be doing it fair. We're watching you. We know who you are. Okay. We will be having what we are going to be called. I don't remember what name Jeremy decided to come up with for it. What was that, Jeremy? Can you remind
I
me?
don't know. Our temporary name right now is I think it was Frankie the Fox.
Frankie the Fox. So as while you're watching the remaining of this video, for those of you that are watching, if you are listening in and still want a chance to win this, go check out our YouTube channel where you can find this episode. But
But
throughout this
that's
episode, what? Go ahead.
so. I guess this episode we'll do a little bit differently. Um, what we'll do is we'll also be playing a sound, for the people that
Fair.
are listening, because obviously
Hmm.
this is a podcast. So
Right, for sure.
we'll
For
play
sure.
a
For sure.
sound and show the image. It'll be at the same time, and
Yeah.
you guys
So
can still win.
absolutely. So pay attention for the sound or the pay attention for the image if you are watching. Whatever the case might be, just be aware, and we will go from there. So again, congratulations, Committal. Stay tuned for the end of this to find the trivia question for this week. And again, pay attention for the sound, which will be a bell,
Some kind of
or
sound.
pay attention
We'll figure it out.
or Frankie the Fox to appear on screen.
What does the fox say?
What does the fox say? I don't know. What does Frankie the Fox say?
You got me.
Um, yeah, beats me, man. So segueing into our next category, Jeremy's going to be covering a little bit of this. We'll bounce back and forth, but next category is going to be talking about free games. These are games that are going to be
Free
free.
games.
You know what I love more than a game that isn't free? Games that are free. That made no sense, but I'm
Oh
going to roll with
yeah.
it.
So
Oh, yes.
I'll start with the first two. The first two are just a quick little reminder from last week. We have Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and we have Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. Now those two games are free on Epic Games until the 21st of July, which is a few days, which will be on Thursday.
Thursday.
So definitely go check those out. If you're into those RPG games, those platformer games, definitely something to check out. Because it's free. I mean,
It's free. Love me some free games.
So I'll start off with this next one as well. This first one is Shop Titans. I mean, many of you have probably heard of this. It's started off as a mobile game for a very long time. It's been a mobile game. It is coming out to PC on the 21st, so Thursday as well. It's like when the other ones end. It will be free. You will get over $100 in value.
$100. Wow.
For getting the game. So log in, play the game. You can log in, I believe, with your same information, maybe. Obviously, the game's not out, so I don't have a definitive answer for that. But there are a lot of cosmetic, a lot of tokens, a lot of different things that you get for downloading it and playing on Steam. So definitely check that out. It is Shop Titans is a multiplayer game, co-op or single player, and that will be free between July 21st and July 28th. So definitely check that out. Interesting game that I've seen. I haven't played any of it, but if you're into creating a shop, tycoon games like that, idle games, looks like a bit of fun.
Absolutely. I believe it is also multiplayer, co-op, and single player. So if you have somebody to play with and you want to play with, you can play with them. If you just want to play by yourself, that is perfectly fine too. I am, for those introverted people, do what you please. Not gonna judge you. So yeah, check it out. Bunch of $100 for free for that week. Log in on that week, claim it, get it while it's hot off the press. Our next game, Tannenberg. Kind of an interesting game, actually, and I've never heard of it. It actually looks like it released on July 22nd of 2021. Wow, so they must be doing this because it's been out for a year, by my guess. Going to be free July 21st through July 28th. Just have to claim it. You will have it for the rest of forever. Experience authentic First World War action with 64-player battles of maneuver on the Eastern Front. Grab your rifle, ready your saber, and keep your gas mask close as you prepare to play a part in one of the most significant conflicts in history. It is an action shooter, first-person shooter, obviously set in World War One by the looks of it. I'm sure some of you seeing the little bit of a trailer that they got here on the Epic Games. Interesting, kind of seems like a Battlefield meets World War, which I guess makes sense. But, if it's something you're into, it looks cool. They got like the older guns, the older muskets and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. I'd be interested to play it. $19.99 for free. Why not? 50 plus weapons, 8 maps, 64-player game mode. Check it out.
Okay. So next game on the list is called Beasts of Marvilla. This is a Xbox free with gold game. So basically, when you sign up for gold, you get this game for free. This is the whole month of July, from July 1st to July 31st. Xbox One, Xbox Series X, anything you can get Xbox gold with. Fortunately, not PC, because PC you don't have to buy gold for. It's originally $9.99 if you guys want to check it out that don't want to buy gold, or if you just want to check it out at any time. It's an interesting looking game. I obviously have not played it because I don't play on Xbox, but we did watch the trailer, and it looks like kind of a interesting mechanics of exploration. It looks like there's kind of like puzzles involved in it. It's only a single player game. There are achievements for it, I can see. Oh, and they have 4K compatibility, which is kind of cool. Came out last year. Well, you never know with these games these days, so it's hard to tell. But here, let me just read you the description quick. A quick little snippet from this. Beast of Maravilla Island is a 3D adventure game where you take on the role of a young wildlife photographer who traverses Maravilla Island's magical ecosystems to discover extraordinary creatures, learn their behaviors, and most importantly, photograph their majesty? Majesty? That kind of doesn't make sense, but...
You're telling me that this game, I just run around an island and take fucking pictures?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's the game?
Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. No wonder it's $9.99. No wonder it's on Xbox.
Oh, come
ain't
on.
Nobody in their right mind. Come on. I mean, come on. Who just wants to run around and take pictures?
Some
I guess whatever.
You can't go around out in the world. You gotta find something.
I agree with the one review we have on here. It's a great game if you're under the age of 7. I mean, I'm all in with this guy because I'm kind of in that same boat. I'm like, yeah, I might have liked this game if I was 7, but I have the attention span of, wow. What a waste of a game of the month spot. Boring.
Yeah, well.
Quick, easy gamer score. That's probably the best part about this game. 1,000 gamer score in 1 hour.
To take pictures. I mean,
yeah.
if you like to take pictures and you're an introvert, here you go.
I guess. Whatever floats your goat, I suppose. Next up, something a little more interesting. Oh my god, I have to be of age to view these pictures? Is this inappropriate? Am I gonna
content is locked.
Yeah, am I gonna get in trouble for viewing this content? Damn.
Am I gonna have to like
Alright, there you
go, guys.
Do this
for every one of them? Oh, okay, there we go.
Send me present.
Yeah, this one looks like a pretty cool game.
Alright. Ooh, we are loud as fuck. Crank that down. Alright.
You're already even playing, so it don't matter.
Yeah, I know, because I had it turned off, but because you said it was bad, so I was like, alright.
This must be the place. I made it.
It kind of looks like an interesting game for sure. The audio and the audio behind this game is really cool. Like I don't know if you're watching the trailer for yourself.
Yeah.
But the audio is really solid.
It does. It sounds decent.
Yeah. Unlike other games, which we'll talk about later.
So what are you going to do?
Not throwing shade, sorry guys.
Of course not.
Huh.
So Jacob, what is the concept of this game?
Yeah. So it's called Relicta. Kind of like replica, but with whatever, bro. Relicta.
I don't know. I was just trying to figure it out.
Relicta is a first-person physics-based puzzle game. This kind of seems like my kind of gig. Where you need to creatively combine magnetism and gravity to unravel the secrets of Chandra Base. Alone in the depths of the moon, your scientific mind is the only thing that can keep your daughter alive.
You know, it kind of reminds me of that one mission in It Takes Two, where we both had a side of a magnet.
Oh yeah, we gotta work. Yeah, that was an interesting game actually. I really liked that game. It had a good story behind it. See, I think that's partially what some of these puzzle games that we have played recently. I think that's what they're lacking, is the lack of a good story. I mean,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, We Were Here was cool, but it didn't really have a story, you know? It's kind of just like a...
That was the one thing I didn't... I mean, the story was good, but it was very... twisted around where you couldn't understand what they were trying to get at sometimes.
It's not a story where episode or game 1 links to game 2 and game 2 links to game 3, game 3 links to game 4.
No.
The only ones that really connect sort of together are the first last two, but anyways. Unfortunately, Relicta is only on Xbox One and Xbox Series X or S. So you PC players, sorry guys, out of luck. But does look like a really cool game. Looks like it has a lot of going on with it, which is kind of solid, kind of interesting. And again, you play as a weird looking character, so seems fun. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like a cool game. It definitely would be something I'd play. But again, if you have gold, which I'm sure a lot of people do, it's kind of interesting that they do free with gold because who owns an Xbox these days and doesn't have gold? Like, I mean, I've been
I
there.
know.
Don't get me wrong, but
That's
you-
back
you-
in the day.
you're really
Everybody has
missing
the
out if you don't have Xbox Gold.
yeah, 100%.
So yeah, looks interesting. Check it out. Obviously, only for the month of actually a little over the
July.
month, not just the month of July.
Oh, this one's
July 16th, so as a couple days ago, and August 15th. So a little bit of a
Okay.
range there, not just the beginning of the end of the month. So check it out if you're into puzzles and want something to kill some time.
exactly. So, our last game for Xbox Free with Gold. You have a few more days for this one. This one goes towards the end of July, July 16th to July 31st. We have Torchlight. Torchlight is an Xbox 360 original. Oh, we have to open the content again. Oh, it looks like I'm not old enough.
Damn, Jeremy.
I know. This is another one of those old style fighting games, going through the levels. It's a top view, like not third person, but more of a top view kind of game. But also not top view, kind of like a League of Legends view, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like a side. Yeah.
But it's definitely
like any
something
role
you
play game.
right, exactly. RuneScape, anything like that. It's that kind of view. But you go through dungeons and defeat monsters, orcs, dragons, all these different kind of creatures. It is free with gold, like we said before. If you don't have gold and you still want to buy it, it is still only $15.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's really not bad, but it's still an Xbox 360 original game. So, but for it to come from Xbox 360 to the new consoles, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, it must be somewhat of a good game. So
yeah, because otherwise, why would they have taken the time to
not remaster it, but port it over?
convert it? Yeah, exactly.
So Torchlight is an action role-playing game developed by the creators of popular games Diablo and Fate. Players will choose from among 3 character classes and venture from the safety of the town of Torchlight into randomly generated dungeon levels with a huge variety of creepy monsters, endless variations of loot to find, and quests to complete. Randomized levels and an endless dungeon unlocked after completing the main game ensure a long-lived gameplay experience. So that's why it is an endless game. There is always something new because they are all randomly generated levels. Gosh damn, I can't speak. Generated levels. Randomly
generated levels. And according to my screen, you can get Torchlight on Steam if you're not an Xbox player. But unlike the Xbox folk, you will be paying $14.99 and not getting it for free. So
right.
you can get it if you want. May not be your cup of tea, but check it out.
Okay.
So this week or so, I don't necessarily know.
This is a new segment that we're trying to help people out, to let you guys know what's going on with games, popular games and stuff like that. We're gonna do 20 games a week of what is currently on sale. So these sales end on the 28th, so closer to the end of July. We're each going to name a few of them. just to so we don't have to just hear one person saying all the games, all that, all at once.
Absolutely.
I mean, we can. We'll I've played some of them. Jacob's played some that I haven't played. I've played some that he hasn't played, probably.
For sure.
But these are all Epic games for this week. So just keep that in mind.
Epic Games always has some
Epic
great
Games
deals
has they're getting every game, just like something we're going to be talking about later on. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to be talking about something that Epic Games is doing currently right now.
All right, starting it off with Evil Dead the game. On Epic Games, going to be 25% off. Originally $39.99, now going to be $29.99. This game sounds familiar, but I don't think it's a game I've personally played. Jeremy, have you played this one?
Evil Dead, no.
Evil
No,
Dead.
but
Alright.
it's probably just like the movie Evil Dead, I assume.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh yeah, it pretty much looks like. Come on, man, I am of age. I'm so sick of it asking me my age today. Like this is aging me, and I don't like it.
Oh, I feel
Seriously,
like there
come
should
on.
be some kind of like function on your computer where you like have your age locked in, and any kind of website that asks for your age, it can
Yeah,
see it.
don't have to punch it in. Yeah,
But that's the funny
exactly.
thing with Steam too, is you put your
It
age,
knows my birthday.
it has
It
your
knows my
age,
birthday
but it still asks you for
every
certain
time.
content.
It's ridiculous. Looks like a cool game, zombie game. 25% off. You're saving $10 on Epic Games. Might be worth checking it out. A little bit of a trailer here while Jeremy covers the next one.
So we have something that me and Jacob covered a while ago, Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. So this is not Blood Hunt. This is the actual single player game. This one is 15% off. Originally $49.99, now $42.49. A little bit of a discount. Not too big as some of these other games that we're gonna cover. Next after that we have Sifu. Sifu is one of those. It's a fighting game where you level up every time you die. You get older, but you also
that's
get
that
stronger.
one that you were telling me about. I
Yes,
remember that.
That's a good one. It's 20% off. Originally $39.99. Now it is $31.99.
Okay. $8.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Still a discount. Still a good discount. Salt and Sacrifice, 30% off. Originally $19.99. Now it is $13.99. Horizon Zero Dawn, Complete Edition. The Complete Edition. This is the whole thing, whole shebang. 50% off. $49.99 down to $24.99. This was actually a very fun game that I played when I had first gotten my PS4. So now that it's on PC and it's good.
I remember playing Warhammer. Good times. Total War Warhammer 3. Not as huge of a discount as Jeremy had mentioned. From $59.99 down to $53.99. Actually, a pretty new game for it to have already been. That might be why they had the little less of a discount there. Very interesting game. I really enjoyed watching it. I've never personally actually played it, but I really did enjoy the gameplay and this little bit of story behind it. Co-op. I mean, for a new game, taking 10% off, especially only like I think it released in February, so we're only 5 months in. They're already giving you 10% off. That's crazy. Next up, we have a couple of good games coming. I'm kind of excited. Far Cry 6. I did play Far Cry 6, but they're giving you 60% off. That's crazy. $59.99 all the way down to $23.99. That is a huge discount. Yeah, it was a really cool game if you like the Far Cry series. It's really just the same thing. I don't want to say the same thing. Kind of gives it a little lackluster, but it was a very fun game. Kind of similar concept. The story was really solid. Nothing really to not like about it. And taking 60% off, even though it's like a pretty decently new game as well, is also pretty huge.
Yeah. Now this one is something. I mean, everybody has played, but I mean,
get your jazz fingers.
we talked about
Da, 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 da.
we talked about it. The the other day. We were talking about all this stuff. GTA 5, the premium edition, is 50% off.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, that didn't ask for my birthday.
$29.99 down to $14.99. Not bad.
Mind you, for those of you that have not played GTA 5, this is not the original edition. This is the premium one. So you do get the starter pack, which gives you like I can't remember how much money it gives you to start
$1
off
million,
with.
I believe.
$10 million
$10 million.
is the total stuff. It gives you $1 million in cash, but $10 million in total items because you get like
Cars
a bunch
and
of
stuff.
popular shit. Yeah.
Right.
So 50% off if you're new to GTA 5 and haven't jumped in, or just want to play some 5M if you're into the role playing aspect. So
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely.
Another one from
You guys-
Rockstar Games, Red Dead Redemption
back.
2, back to back.
Also,
50% off.
and that's
So,
what they also.
I think maybe Rockstar is having some kind of sale. Maybe they're trying to say something.
GTA 6, let's get it.
That's
Let's
what we
go.
always say, unfortunately, but we don't know if that's actually going to happen anytime soon,
Nah.
at least.
I'm absolutely excited for it though.
One game that I might actually cop myself is Ghostwire Tokyo. This one was a really, really interesting looking game that I looked into a while ago before it came out. I just never bit the bullet and bought it, but if it's on sale right now, I might get it.
Good time to do so.
Yeah, definitely. A game that me and Jacob both played, Dying Light 2. We did. We beat it. I think probably within a few days, but we also didn't play all day.
No.
But we didn't complete all of it because we still have a lot, so we might actually play some more. Maybe we'll do it on some stream and stuff like that. Definitely look out for our streams. By the way, we are going to have more streams on Twitch. As some people probably know, I mean, if you guys watched our Twitch live, rather than the podcast itself, which is what you're listening to now, we used to do the podcast live on Twitch and then also post it to Spotify and all the favorite podcast sites. We are now going to be doing playthroughs, game reviews, and all of that on our Twitch channel, and we're also going to be posting those to YouTube as well. We will have a video up for our weekly review for this week, which we'll talk about later. So check out the YouTube and check that out. Okay, so moving on from there, Borderlands 3. Let me just run through these real quick, just so we can move on to some gaming stuff. So we have Borderlands 3, which is 75% off. $59.99 to $14.99. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, 40% off. $39.99 down to $23.99. Big game that we're going to be talking about later, Cyberpunk 2077, 50% off. $59.99 to $29.99. Hitman 3, 60% off. $59.99 to $23.99.
I might actually buy that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad deal. Definitely not.
That's a huge deal.
And since we talked about the roadmap last week, there's gonna be some new content coming to it. And I think both of us own all of the Hitman games. So
I own 1 and 2.
Yeah,
not 3 though. Obviously.
Right, exactly. That's how I am too. Another one which actually I saw some gameplay for, which actually looked like an interesting kind of game. Movement looked a little weird, but overall not too bad of a game. World War Z Aftermath, 40% off.
Whoa.
$39.99 to $23.99. Riders Republic, which me and Jacob played a little bit of, $59.99 all the way down to $23.99. Death Stranding Director's Cut, $39.99 to $27.99. And last but not least, Dead by Daylight, 60% off. $19.99 all the way down to $79.99. Whoa, that's a big increase. Not a decrease. No, $7.99. So if you guys have been watching Dead by Daylight videos, I know a lot of people do on Twitch still, and on YouTube. Definitely a good game. Definitely something to get while it's still on sale.
For an extra $13 on Hitman, you get the deluxe edition with all of the maps and shit. That's crazy. For $36. It's crazy.
36 Macaroos?
For all, yeah, and if you spend $40, you get everything for all 3 games.
Oh, wow.
3 games for the price of 1.
Okay. So I'll kick off this this first news thing that we have today. Not really. It's more of just an informational thing for you guys. So if anybody has played, I'm gonna butcher this name because I have not played this game. Ghost of Tsushima. They have sold almost 10 million copies since the release in July of 2020. So 2 years ago it released and has over 10 million copies. And for reference, some of these stats that the developers actually released is quite interesting. If you guys has played this game and know about all of these different things, so there have been 78 million photos taken, 91.4 million Legends mode missions completed, 540.8 million duels hosted, 998.5 million standoffs, 75.18 million foxes petted. Interesting little stat there for you. And here's the really big one. 6,437.4 years spent on horseback. Imagine spending almost 6,500 years on a horse.
That's crazy. Couldn't be me.
No, definitely not.
Wow. All right, pretty cool. Next one. Another piece of information, popular for those of you that are into PC gaming. Intel has really been diving into graphics cards and honestly everything that they can get their hands on. Welcome to people trying to make money, I suppose.
Welcome to 2022.
Welcome to 2022. We're 7 months in. Welcome. Intel Arc GPUs have been put up against benchmarked with the RTX 3060s. And shockingly have performed better than the 3060s, but only in certain games. And those certain games are F1 2021, Cyberpunk, again, 2077, Control, whatever the fuck that is,
Control's
Borderlands 3. I'm glad you know it is, because I didn't. And my favorite game that I play all the time, Fortnite.
I mean, Fortnite, come on, Fortnite can be played on a freaking mobile phone.
That's fair. That's fair. I'd really hope it'd be able to run on a PC.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
Jay, what do you have again? You have a 30.
I have a 3060.
3060, yeah.
So
and
this Arc GPU performs better than my 3060. Only in these games, though.
Right.
Or at least these are what they tested, I suppose.
Yes, exactly. And to be honest, Cyberpunk is actually a pretty demanding game. From what I've played.
That's fair. Yeah, kind of interesting, but they're going for. I mean, the thing with Intel and GPUs is they go for more laptop GPUs. Like this isn't a desktop GPU.
Mm-hmm.
This is for their laptop series because
yeah. Like the Arc is for the lap. No, the Arc's for the desktop.
Is it for desktop?
Yeah. I look. Oh. That's what I saw that. It was the Arc desktop GPUs.
Like a different. Oh, I didn't know Intel was actually diving into desktop GPUs.
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's an interesting looking GPU too. If you actually look up the Arc GPU, it looks kind of similar to the NVIDIA.
Some of the NVIDIA cards, yeah.
Yeah, so here, let me pull up a picture here so you can see it. Well, actually, they released a Twitter post, which has I don't think has the actual GPU in it though. So here it is. Here it is. Intel Arc. I can pull up this photo. There you go. Look at that. The Intel Arc. Limited edition graphics coming in summer of 2022. Interesting looking graphics card, I must say. Very sleek design though.
It's a cool design. But I think the big selling point for what they're aiming for is pricing. I mean, this apparently the ARC GPU that we're comparing is retailing for 29 or 29.99, bruh,
That's a
299.99,
cheap $300 for this graphics card.
$300. Yeah, and it's got 16 gigs of VRAM, and I mean, in on paper this looks like a really solid card. Like, it's
Yeah,
kind of interesting.
wow. That's gonna be interesting. It's also, I also see here that's a on a 256-bit memory bus.
Okay.
So 32
Very
XE cores, which is equivalent to 512 EUs. Execution units.
Yeah, very very new on the performance for this. Not a whole lot has come to light about it, but here's a chart that's comparatively
No,
on the
but if you
frames aspect
think
of
it, if you think about it, oh, actually, Jacob, it says that these resemble the GeForce RTX 3070 founders.
That's what it compares to.
That's what I'm seeing here. It says it
Huh.
resembles it.
Interesting.
But hey,
Hmm.
maybe it even may work even better if you have an Intel. Maybe they'll make it better for Intel processors. Anything else you
Possible.
have Intel? I mean, Intel goes with Intel, so maybe it'll unlock some kind of better potential.
Yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting. And like you're seeing on my screen, this comparative settings or the sorry, comparative settings on high and the frames that they got, um, putting my 3060 to shame actually, which is kind of sad. But here we are. Um, Not a bad card for $299.99.
See,
Especially since
that's where it is. Okay, because they have two
what's
different ones. They have the Arc A750, which is comparable to the 3060, and they have the Arc 770, the A770, which is
right,
comparable to
yeah,
the 3070. So that's where I see your. Okay.
yeah.
And
Yeah, looks
that
like
is
it's
at 1440
yeah, not in
graphics
1080,
too,
it's in 1440.
which
Yeah.
is good.
So which means I'm glad they're doing benchmarks not in 1080, which is cool. Um, I'll cover the next one just because of something again, something a little more I probably know a little more knowledge on.
He's a little more into this one. You know
Unity,
what I mean?
which is a very
Software.
software. Unity is merging with a company called Iron Source. For those of you that don't know who Iron Source is, you've probably seen it in one of your days, but you probably just never made that connection or paid attention to the name. They're the popular developers behind the program called Install Core. And there's quotes for that for a reason. They basically game developers or program developers use them to install their product on your computers. So say you like that thing, the install that pops up whenever you're going to click something, like say it's like, are you sure you would like to install this? And you hit yes, and there's like, would you like to read the terms and conditions? And you just hit yes anyway, all that fun stuff. This is what that is. The problem with it, however, is Install Core has been very, very, very known to install programs you don't want on your computer. This is where you start getting things like the bookmarks bar that you didn't add, or the random pop-up on your Chrome browser that you didn't add, or you get
Oh, so
the
your typical adware.
yeah, the adware. Iron Source literally is a program that installed adware because it's like the installers that you see. They're like,
Iron
would you like
Source,
to
is that
install?
or am I thinking of something else different? Like, it's like a website that has a bunch of installers on it.
Yes.
It is that? Or no, I'm thinking
Mhm.
of SourceForge.
Oh, you're saying SourceForge. No, Iron Source it's its own company that really just is an installer. All these installers that you see. Would you like to install this as well, so the people that spam through Next get a bunch of shit installed and they make money? That's how they make money.
Yeah, I hate those people.
That's Unity has merged with them. So the question is whether or not game developers are going to continue to use Unity, or if they're going to stop, Or I mean,
It
honestly,
kind of
a lot
sounds like that story that I heard a while ago about developers starting to put ads in their games for Xbox for consoles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
You
the
remember that?
doing something in Apex Legends and you pick up an item. It's like, here's an ad.
Yeah, right.
I'd be pissed. But it makes you question: Are people going to stop using it, and are they going to use Unreal Engine instead of Unity? Unity's kind of old, so
Honestly,
I guess we'll see.
in my opinion, Unreal Engine is the better of the two. I mean,
Oh, for
Unity
sure,
is used for
100%.
a lot of them. Unity is used for a lot of indie games. There are some indie games that
Point and
actually are
click puzzle
starting to
games.
that are starting to use Unreal Engine, which is really good because the new Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine 5, is it's up there.
It's up there. That's
It's
for
up
sure.
there.
We've seen a lot of games these days using the Unreal Engine. So, I mean, shit, Fortnite is literally ran on the Unreal Engine. So, and that game is one of the most played, is the most played video game to ever been created. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I think that says itself right there. Um, and the fact, again, like we said earlier, how they're giving back to their community with the free games, the discounts, and all that, just goes to show that despite the fact they're making trillions and billions of dollars off of Fortnite, at least they're giving back to the community, which is always a bonus.
Yeah, of course.
Hmm.
So, moving on to a game that is going into open beta, which a lot of people might be excited for. Starting on July 19th, we have a game called Multiverses coming out to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. So in Multiverse, the Multiverse is a 2v2 match. So it's kind of like a Smash Brothers kind of thing. But you can play all your favorite characters from TV shows. I'm gonna name a few of these characters. I have a whole list, but there's a lot of them. You got like the Iron Giant. You have Taz. You have Velma. You have Batman. Bugs Bunny. Finn the Human. Harley Quinn. Shaggy. The Ultimate Shaggy. Steven Universe. Superman. Tom and Jerry. And this is only part of what I'm reading, and there's so much more that they're still going to release. But this game looks like very interesting looking game. 1 day and 15 hours of the recording of this, but if you're listening to this, obviously it's going to be probably less. It's going to be the next day, Tuesday the 19th, when open beta comes to you. Free to play too, and crossplay.
On the topic of us doing, all these streams,
Oh no!
I think we'll make it a thing for, I guess I'm confused here.
What are you?
On my screen, it says open
Yes.
beta
Okay.
July.
No. Listen. So the open beta early access begins July 19th. It
What's
says
the
up
difference?
top. So open beta, I think this is when it ends. Is July 26th.
Okay.
Or the
days.
official open beta comes out. They haven't really released too much information for it. Like, so the Multiverse open beta will begin on July 26th at 9 a.m. So I guess maybe if you pre-order it.
Pre-ordered. I already looked.
So there's plenty of characters. Yeah, see the characters that I have said are the ones that are going to be available in the open beta. There's going to be plenty of characters. So here it is. Early access on the Multiverse open beta will begin on July 19th at 9 a.m. PDT and will continue until the start of the open early access to the Multiverse open beta. So I don't know if you have to do to get that early access, or if you can you have to pre-register before that date. That's what it is. So the open. So you have to create an account on multiverses.com to get into the early access open beta, and then on July 26th. You can obviously just join the open beta.
So whether Jeremy wants to or not, we are making it a thing to play this at some point this week, because he doesn't make all the choices in this relationship. But
I never said anything.
check us out on the socials. We'll tweet out, post whenever we're going to be going on live on Twitch playing this game. But we'll definitely make it a thing to play for sure because it looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's 2v2. I got my duo right here. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. We got this.
It looks. Have you seen the trailer? It looks really cool.
It does. It looks really cool. But this is for Xbox. Did I say? I already said that. It's for all platforms except for Nintendo. Unfortunately, sorry Nintendo. You might get it later on. But
dang, it's like Super Smash but 3D.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
And it's got Shaggy in it. Who doesn't love Shaggy? They're just missing Scooby.
The Tom and Jerry team.
Tom and Jerry.
Scooby and Shaggy team. Scooby and Shaggy.
There is no Scooby. Right now, yeah. Well, yes.
No, so there has to be a Scooby. Come on.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, obviously at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yeah. It looks cool.
We're definitely gonna play this on the Twitch channel, and probably post it to YouTube. So definitely look out for those videos later on.
The animation behind this is so interesting.
The graphics are great.
Yeah, they're very cartoony, but not too cartoony all at the same time.
No, exactly.
I really dig it. So what is next? Razer. Jeremy is a Razer fanboy, so maybe I should let the Razer fanboy talk about this one.
I'm not a Razer fanboy, but honestly, this isn't very exciting, to be honest.
This isn't exciting, he says. Ouch.
Well, let me do this for you because you don't know about this. So let me have you search something on Google real quick for me. All right, let me know when you're ready there.
And, I'm ready.
All right, type in LoupeDeck. LoupeDeck.
LoupeDeck.
Now look at a picture of that. Tell me, what do you see there? What do you see there?
This literally looks exactly the same.
I mean, what's the difference?
This is exactly the same. You can't tell me these aren't the same fucking product. These are identical.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What? Did they buy out LoupeDeck? Did they have like a what?
I don't know.
This is the same product. You can't tell me this isn't. Everything is the same. Everything.
The thing is with the LoupeDeck though, at least that I know for the LoupeDeck is that there is no, like you were trying to discover before is there an audio interface to it?
Right.
There is no audio inputs, at least for XLR I know of. Right. I don't remember and it doesn't even really tell us.
Dude, there's no way this is the same product. Razer.
I'm telling you.
No.
That's why I wasn't too excited about it.
Wow, that's insane.
It's the exact same thing.
Are we sure they didn't buy them out? It's even got the same cable. What? Is this owned by Razer? Does Razer own LoupeDeck and they're just putting their brand on it?
No. LoupeDeck has been out for a while.
Wow.
So let me pull up some tech specs here, see if we can.
I just lost all respect for Razer.
Yeah. Okay. So system requirements are Mac, Windows 10, LoupeDeck software. Look at that. I think they may have. I think they may have bought out LoupeDeck.
So they just bought LoupeDeck out and rebranded it.
They could have, yeah.
They put their own logo on it.
So what you get in the box is the Razer Stream Controller, a 2-meter USB-A to USB-C cable, and a detachable stand. There is a 12-inch LCD
No.
LCD touch buttons, 2 side LCD screens, and 6 multifunction dials, 8 multifunction buttons.
You know what's funny?
And it's just a LoupeDeck.
The LoupeDeck is cheaper than the Razer one.
See, we've
It's
talked
the
about this.
exact same one.
We've talked about this multiple times. You're
paying for the
paying
logo.
for the name.
It's only 99 cents, but still, I think it's funny.
Right.
That's wow. That's crazy to me. I didn't actually know that. It's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, this
They
doesn't
must have
have
paid-
any
they
audio
must have paid-
interface. It's literally
must
just
have-
like a soundboard.
They paid LoupeDeck to put their own logo on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And yet they've been announcing it like it's some fucking new thing. That's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm disappointed.
But
Get
if
a
you
Razer
want
Stream
one with
controller.
your with the Razer logo on it, it will be $26.99, 27, 200,
99 cents.
20. What is like this? Why am I so
$270.
dyslexic?
I don't even know. Sometimes
I
I'm
was
never trusting
dyslexic
you.
last week. So it's $270. Pre-orders start in fall, or they'll start shipping out in fall. Right now they're out of stock, so you can get notified when they come back in stock. Which I don't know
Or you
why
can just buy a
people,
LoupeDeck.
or just buy a LoupeDeck. Just buy a LoupeDeck.
Buy a fucking LoupeDeck.
Dude, if you want, spray paint your own logo on it. Get a sticker of your logo and just put it on there.
Get a Razer sticker and put it on top. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just buy a pair of fucking Razer headphones and take the sticker out of there and just slap it on.
Exactly.
Now you got a
you
Razer LoupeDeck.
A Razer Stream Controller. Sorry, use the proper term.
Sorry, Stream Controller. My bad.
Yeah, come on. This next one is Jeremy's excitement as well. What the heck?
Fine,
That's
this one's
crazy.
yours.
No, okay, yeah, okay.
Do you want to
So-
cover that now, or do you want to cover that later on?
I was gonna cover it later on, but that's
All right,
that's fine.
cover
We'll
later
cover it.
on.
Okay,
That's
okay,
fine.
okay.
That's fine by me. Whatever you would like to
Alright.
do.
I would love to
So
do that.
what we'll cover first is something. Two things are. I'll let Jacob, because he's. You know what? You can cover this one probably because you are also. I mean, have you played Cyberpunk?
No, I've never played. It had bad reviews, so I never actually bought
Okay,
it.
so
Did
I
you buy
played
it?
Cyberpunk. Yes, I played Cyberpunk.
Mm.
I was currently playing Cyberpunk actually a few months ago. I actually played it on stream a few months ago. CD Projekt stocks. So the creators of Cyberpunk, their stocks have dropped over 75% since the launch of Cyberpunk 2077. It's a big. They
Wow.
took a big hit. So their value dropped in half. A few months after the release of 2077, and then another half in March. They started at about 40 billion. Now they're right now valued at 10 billion.
Wow.
So they're releasing a new expansion for Cyberpunk. But the question really is this expansion going to save the company? Considering that this expansion doesn't come out for another 11 years. 11. Can you
Wait,
imagine that?
11 years?
That's what I've read. Unless they
Oh,
mistyped it on their site.
and it meant 2023.
2033. Yeah, I
That's crazy.
but that's just what I have read. So we'll see if this
We'll see if
if
it's
this-
accurate.
well, we'll see if this this expansion no, sorry. Okay, so it is 2023. But still, is it going to save the game? Is it going to save their
Find out next
stocks? Is it going to save their value of the company?
Save my stocks. Save
we'll
your
see.
stock.
Because one thing, like we talked about earlier, Unreal Engine 5. CD Projekt has signed a deal with Epic Games to use Unreal Engine 5 in all of their new developments. So we may even see the new Cyberpunk 2077 expansion being created with
Games.
Unreal Engine 5, which may actually help out the game because it was very, very poorly optimized. There was,
That's the problem with a lot of games these days, unfortunately.
yeah,
I mean, well, let's compare. Like, okay, the other day, me and you played Warzone, right? Our frames in Warzone, you're sitting on a fucking 10th gen CPU and a 3080 Ti, and you were struggling. That is outrageous. Like,
I
literally.
wasn't struggling.
mean,
that was when we were installing
Okay.
shaders, but still, we're not
Okay.
getting. We should still be getting like 300 frames. I was getting maybe once we were both getting like 160.
But 160 is not a lot when you're playing on 144. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's the problem. Is like I said, we should be getting 300 frames. And Warzone is just Call of Duties in general
so bad.
are just poorly
I'm-
optimized.
Not
Eh.
even just Call of Duty, because some of them weren't bad, but
No,
it's just like compared to like Fortnite.
Modern Warfare
Fortnite
was
runs
pretty
like
good.
Butter. Fortnite runs like butter.
Fortnite's a cartoon.
It doesn't fucking matter, man. Cartoon. You know how much shit is in that game, bro? How many animations and dances and shit? And that bitch will
That's
not
true.
lag. Like, I've never had issues with that game.
I mean, it's
Good
true.
job, Unreal Engine.
Yeah. Kudos to you.
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
No, definitely not.
If it was, I don't know if I'd be standing here right now.
Standing.
With a tube
You're sitting.
sitting with a tube going out the window to my left.
Yeah, right.
All right. The next up, Digital Extremes. For those of you that aren't aware, the creators of Warframe are developing a new game called Soulframe. Very, very interesting naming convention there. It's like Black Ops, and you just up the number from last year. It's Black
Right.
Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4.
I mean, Soulframe, the thing that I don't know if you've read much about it or what I've told you or anything like that. They haven't released much information for it.
Yeah, but it's a new MMO game, kind of like Warframe. I mean,
Right, it's gonna
It'll
be
be
free to
interesting.
play again, like Warframe was.
they kind of have to
similar.
do that though, because of all the free games that have came out, like that are MMO. I mean, their biggest competitor right now, I guess, is probably Elden Ring or even Lost Ark. And Elden
But-
Ring's paid, so maybe I don't know.
But Warframe was a big game when it came out. I think it was like 2017 that it came out. It was a big game, and people paid for all those in-game cosmetics and stuff. Still, that's where it all started.
It's true.
I think Warframe was actually one of those first ones that had done the free to play and done the in-game cosmetics.
Very possible. Very possible.
But we'll see how that plays out for them. This new game,
Yeah.
no official release date, unfortunately. So you'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Next up is a game I'm excited for. I don't know why I'm excited for it. It's such a weird game, but I'm still hyped for it, and I will always be hyped for it. Stray is releasing on July 19th. At the time of this recording, 2 days when you were watching, listening, losing,
One day.
listening, winning. One singular day.
It's on
to
Tuesday.
go.
Tuesday,
Tuesday!
July 19th.
It is such a cool game. Jeremy actually did some more research on this game, and how it's based off a true story or based off like a real life stray cat.
Yes, the cat is actually based off a real stray cat that was saved in France, which is kind of funny. That's kind of an interesting little thing.
It's a very interesting game. And it's flying back to what Jeremy was mentioning earlier about how we'd go back and cover it, whatever. Surprise! It's this game. Stray, a company has decided to make apparel that is in this game or similar of this game. Specifically like the harness that you can see the cat wearing here. They actually have a real life harness that matches it exactly 1-to-1 with a collar or with a leash. And they also have a backpack that you can carry the cat in. Not sure where that comes into play in the game because again,
I don't think
game
it
hasn't
does.
come out yet.
But
But
it looks cool because it's actually based. I'm a big fan of the cyberpunk Tokyo style
That they have going on
layouts
here,
and
yeah.
stuff, and
for
all
sure.
the aesthetics and all that. I'm just gonna read the quick description of this just while Jacob shows some of the trailer of there. Lost alone and separated from family, a stray cat must untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long forgotten cyber city and find their way home. Stray is a third-person cat adventure game set amidst and detailed neon-lit alleys of a decaying cyber city and murky environments of its seedy underbelly. So the cat has to roam around the city, going through different obstacles, trying to find its way home, going through puzzles and all that jazz.
It makes you wonder who's the one that came up with the idea to make this a game. You know,
That's a good question.
like somebody had to go.
Let's
I
make
want
a
to make
game
a game
about a
that
cat.
about the cat, like the cat in France. Like I don't know. Interesting.
Oh, okay. So here's a little thing that may answer some of that. So Stray is developed by Blue 12 Studio, a small team from south of France, mostly made up of cats and a handful of humans.
I beg your pardon.
That's just what they
What
say. So
is that supposed to
I'm
be?
assuming there's a few people that have saved the stray cat, and they probably have a lot of other cats. Took this cat in, looked after him, and maybe they just thought, you know what? I want to make a game about you.
You know what, cat? You know what? I'm gonna make a video game about you.
I'm gonna tell your
Yeah,
story.
I'm gonna spread that rumor.
So this game is on sale when it releases. No, till it releases. Sorry, you can pre-order the game until the 19th. It is $26.99 on Steam. This game comes out for PC, PS4, and PS5.
No Xbox. Sorry, guys.
Nope.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Is this the first game they've ever made? No, it is not. They
Okay.
actually have a few games. A lot of them are story games, though, actually, which is interesting.
So they know about their stories then. Maybe
They know about the stories.
it'll be a good game.
Interesting.
It's been a lot of hype. There has been a lot of hype about this game, so
Oh, I've seen it everywhere. It's kind of crazy, actually, because it's just about a cat.
yeah.
It's more than just a cat. Sorry, guys. Don't come at me. All right. The next one actually looks like another cool game. I
I
know
like
last
this.
week we were shitting on every single game we were seeing, but these games actually are looking interesting, which is always a good thing. It's called As Dusk Falls. As Dusk Falls is an interactive drama, which means it's an interactive movie from Interior/Night that explores the entangled lives of two families across 30 years. Starting in 1998 with a robbery gone wrong in small town Arizona, the choices you make have a powerful impact on the characters' lives in this uncompromising story of betrayal, sacrifice, resilience. Drive the lives and the relationships of multiple characters in a decade-spanning story told across 2 books. So it's based off a book, as I said, and it's another one of those, get to control the stories, which is actually really cool, and actually it's kind of interesting that it's based off a book, but allows you to change the story. But nonetheless, seems like a cool game. It is also coming out on July 19th, which is Tuesday, to PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. It's going to be $29.99 for those of you on PC, but for those of you on Xbox Game Pass, it is coming to Game Pass, so you'll be able to
It
play
is going to be on Game Pass day 1.
Day 1. Oh, really?
Day
Wow,
1 of
okay.
release, it's going straight to Game Pass.
That's interesting. Releasing a brand new game and immediately letting it be free. That's a cool move. I dig that. Looks like a really cool game. Jeremy was showing the trailer just a little bit ago. Definitely liking the art style.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it's definitely something that could be very, very interesting. It even got a little bit of about the characters, which is cool. Actually, it's about Shows 3 different characters, which is interesting.
Yeah. Looks like it. 3 or
Very nice.
4.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna be interesting. Curious to see. Generally not my stuff that's my cup of tea, but this definitely looks like something that's cool. Just a little bit of an update. This game can definitely be played like a movie, and you can control the choices in the game from your smartphone, Android, or Apple device, as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi as your console or PC. So you can literally lay back
That's really interesting.
and use your phone as a remote, and go with it as you please.
Yeah.
So,
Make your
for sure.
decisions while
Make
relaxing.
your decisions while relaxing. Absolutely. It's gonna be interesting. Excited to see it. Hopefully we'll see some more gameplay and go from there.
Yeah. So next game that we're going to cover is a game called Endling. It's an interesting looking game. If I can get this game to pop up, but whatever. Anyways, so it's really about the last mother fox on Earth, where she has her 3 children, and they have to survive. She has to protect them and try to survive on Earth because they're the last 4 foxes alive. You'll experience what life would be like in a world ravaged by mankind through the eyes of the last fox on Earth in this eco-conscious adventure. So you have to be aware of your surroundings and what's going on, the environment, and all of that stuff that's going on. You can discover the destructive force of the human race. We're a horrible race. As it corrupts, pollutes, and exploits the most precious and valuable resources of the natural environment day after day. Looks like a really interesting game. You're supposed to use the cover of night to be stealthy about what you're doing to get your cubs to a safer place. You can create, not really create, but you find shelter
Wow.
to live in.
That was cool. Tell me you saw that.
What?
That was cool. So in the trailer they have like these 3 animals and their numbers are counting down like they're going extinct. So if you watch and watch
Right.
and watch here.
Mm-hmm.
Watching. It's the date it releases.
That's cool.
That is the coolest trailer ever. I know that's something so small. It's the small stuff that gets me because they didn't have to do it like that. But the fact they did it like that is such a cool feature for this game. Like just to, I don't know, I love it.
It is.
I love games like that.
But it's like it's a platformer type game.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely gives me that vibe because of the 3D side-scrolling type of
Yeah,
vibe.
it looks like you can see from this trailer. You have to be very stealthy and protective of your cubs and try to get away from all the humankind and all the other animals that are around that are still alive. But definitely something I would check out. This is another game that is on sale until its release date on the 19th. Again, $26.99 until release.
Get it while it's hot. The next game that we will be talking about is a game called Tombstar. Tombstar is an interesting looking game. I'll read the description for you guys. Take on the Grimheart gang as you shoot, dodge, cloak, and explode your way across Tombstar in this space western roguelike shooter. Grab your guns, buckle your spurs, and take back the planet for justice, for revenge, and for the galaxy. Releases in 2 days. They do not have a cost on it. It is only on PC as of now. Gives me like a top view shooter kind of game. Just kind of interesting. You don't really see
Not my
many of these
cup of
types of
tea,
games anymore,
but
but it's
it's
definitely not something. Yeah, it's not something I think I'd personally play because I'm more into like the first person or third person style games.
yeah. That's why I never
If
got
this
into
was
League of
first or
Legends.
third person, yeah, honestly, I never got into that game either.
You know
but
what
people
game I
love it.
really wish came back which was still here. Paragon.
What's up?
You ever heard of Paragon?
It sounds very familiar, but
So,
I can't put my finger on what it is.
Paragon was one of Epic Games' very popular games. It was a League of Legends type game, but it was third person. So it wasn't like top view like League of Legends is, but it's third
it's a
person, so
MOBA,
you're
but
close.
third person.
Yes, exactly, and you actually fight minions and the guys. You have your abilities just like League of Legends, but it's third person, and the graphics were so nice. And you upgraded cards and upgraded your abilities each round. I don't know what happened to it. It just died. They just took it off.
They canceled it.
Yeah, I really wish they didn't.
Epic Games canceled it. Wow. And they released all the assets in Unreal Engine 4. Wow.
What do you mean all the assets?
Like they released them for free use, so they're not copyrighted.
Ah, I got you. Yeah, see,
Anybody can use their stuff.
this was the game, Paragon.
Yeah.
So, fantastic game.
Wait, what is this?
Maybe we should start a petition to get Paragon back.
Huh. Interesting. Jeremy, I've got good news for you. I don't think you're ready for this.
What's the good news?
Epic Games has decided to release a new game on their platform that is going to be replacing Paragon. It
Really?
is called Fault Elder Orb.
Fault?
It is Fault Elder Orb. It is literally a third-person MOBA, just like Paragon, operating on Unreal Engine 5, releasing on July 18th of 2022. Not something we had originally planned to cover, but very interesting that it came up as in like literally the next day it's going to release. That's crazy to me.
It is going to release
the day that you are watching this, listening to this.
No, the day before.
On the Epic Games.
The day before you're listening to this. Jacob has his days. Jacob has his days all mixed up. This is going to be released on Monday, July 18th.
Yeah, well, this is when this releases.
This releases on July 17th.
No. That's the initial release.
An initial release, and it's going to be available tomorrow. Or
correct.
Today.
Available on Epic Games.
I understand. Okay. Thank you, Jacob, for bringing this up. This is going to be a game that we're going to play. This is I'm making Jacob play this game. This is going to be
like a cool game.
Exciting. I loved this game.
They literally made a Paragon-style game and brought it to Epic Games as to replace it. That's cool. That's really cool. That's wow. Interesting.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Something cool to look into. Check it out.
So we're just gonna well, I'm just trying to think. We're gonna try cutting through a bunch of these games real quick. So we can cover our weekly review real quick. So next, a few games that are coming out also this month. We have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2.
Would argue it's
Baldur's. This is another top view hack and slash RPG, old style looking game. Comes out July 20th. It is single player or shared / split screen co-op. No cost until release date. So if you're into those RPGs like RuneScape and stuff like that, this is definitely something you should check out. Next one is this is for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. All the platforms. Anything you can play on.
This next one is the ugliest game I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
I just put this in there because some people are very interested in
the ugliest thing I think I've ever seen.
Well, have you ever seen what's the game called? Is it called That's not called Beowulf. I can't remember what it's called, but this is what Wolfenstein. The old style
Oh.
Wolfenstein. So if you guys are into the old style Wolfenstein where it's like a 2D flat paper world and you just run around shooting things trying to get through the level, definitely look out Post Void. This releases on August. It already released on August 6th, but it is coming to consoles, PS4, PS5, and Switch on July 21st. So if you guys are on console and you liked this game or liked Wolfenstein, definitely check this one out.
I would like to report this product. It's ugly. as
It's
fuck.
ugly.
Oh my god, how I don't even. Wow, I have standards. I don't think I'd play this back in the day. What the fuck? That is.
Hey, this used to
awful.
be high quality back in the day.
I think I'll stick with Super Mario Nintendo 64.
Hey, whatever you want to stick with. Whatever you want to play. Whatever your cup of tea is. Another one coming to console. Bright Memory Infinite. Thoughts?
Actually, looks like a cool game. Just looking at the trailer, kind of gives me like same Chinese development company vibes. No offense to those Chinese development companies, but it's literally just what vibe it gives me.
It's got really good
First-person
graphics.
shooter. First-person shooter, but I haven't seen a single bullet be shot in this trailer, so kind of lackluster. But she looks strapped to her wits. Oh, here we go. Now we gotta fight. Okay. Okay. Oh, you cutscene it. That's okay. I guess fair.
Yeah. So, like I said, this one's coming to consoles. It is currently on Steam, and they did remaster it because for the new RTX, which graphics look amazing with it now, with the RTX on.
Yeah, cool.
But it is coming to the consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch on July 21st. Currently on Steam for $19.99. I believe it's probably going to be the exact same price for all the other consoles, but this looks like a really kind of cool game, to be honest. If you guys are watching on YouTube, this trailer here, pretty interesting. Very, very interesting. Another one we're gonna quickly cover. Jacob's gonna cover this one. I'm gonna let him talk. Done talking.
You would make me cover the ugly one. Live Alive.
What do you mean? I covered the ugly one.
That's fair. Discover a series of interwoven tales stretching throughout time and the truth behind their shared history.
So
You can explore any of these 7 stories right from the start. Which will you choose? Wield distinct abilities during battle and exploration, craft weapons and armor for survival as Pogo, hide from foes with shinobi techniques as Obermaru, and use your psychokinetic powers to read minds and defeat enemies as Akira. Each character has a distinct set of abilities and mechanics that change their gameplay. Utilize these character-specific abilities to excel in combat and progress through each chapter.
There's been a lot of hype about this game. I've seen a lot of news articles.
It's only coming to Switch, so sorry guys. Nintendo Switch though, y'all got a special game.
Yeah.
I guess. It is. Not my cup of tea.
No, it's
But,
some
the
people like
description
these older
sounded cool.
style. Yeah. Older style 2D platforming RPG kind of game.
not
No,
really
I've
my
noticed
cup of
a pattern with Switch has been $49.99, so $50.
tea.
They've pretty much done the same. I mean, even for the games that are just porting over to Switch, the price has been around that $50 mark.
Next up is a game that I'm interested in just because it's my genre right here. Hostlight. Hostlight is a single-player puzzle game with mechanics that revolve on the use of lights and shadows, which will help you create objects to solve the puzzles, ascend levels through the tower, and unveil its mysteries. Dun dun dun. is releasing on July 22nd. So was the last one. I didn't mention that. I'm a shitty host. Sorry, guys. Releasing to PC. It's a puzzle game, single player. Jeremy doesn't like puzzle games. They hurt his brain, yet he plays Apex for 8 hours a day. Something doesn't make sense here. But
Hey,
we'll let it
Apex I
slide.
don't have to think about. Apex I just shoot. I just aim and shoot. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, definitely looks like a cool game. If you like puzzles, lights, and all that fun stuff. Don't have a price yet, so I unfortunately can't give you that. But coming on July 22nd to Steam. Check it out if you're into puzzle games.
Last one we're gonna cover is an interesting one. It is a VR game. So this is the Twilight Zone. From what I saw on some of these videos, it's gonna be a funky, mind-twisting kind of game. If you guys have watched the Twilight Zone, it released on July 14th. It is for the Quest 2 and the PSVR. Very interesting looking game. I don't think I have a video here for you.
Couldn't find one either.
No, but
Oh, I found
it did look interesting. Oh, here we go. I found something. So you pretty much go through the Twilight Zone and discover different things in the Twilight Zone. Experience all the crazy action and stories that are happening, and horror stuff, and all kinds of different things to do. So if you guys have a VR and you're into the Twilight Zone shows and stuff like that, definitely check this out. It is interesting. Fortunately, there is no price for it as of now.
$19.99.
Oh, they do have a price for it. Okay, I was wrong. There you go. When I looked this up, there was no price. So, oh, wow, look at that. Now there's a price that I see.
$19.99.
That's fantastic. Okay,
July 14th was its release.
right. So it's already out. Go check it out.
Already out. Check it out. All right, and the next one we got is called Operation Tango. Not a new game, but it is something that we will be reviewing. We did play over on the Twitch channel. Will be up on the YouTube channel at some point when Jeremy decides to be a useful member of society. But
Oh,
for now,
thank you. Thanks for that.
you're welcome. No problem. Operation Tango is a really cool game. It's a cooperative hacker, secret agent, spy game. It was fun. A little buggy. Jeremy rage quit on me.
It was fun when it didn't bug out. Yes, I did rage quit, and you will see that in the video.
Jeremy
did
yelled at
rage.
me like 7, 8, maybe 10 times.
I yelled at him quite a few times because he didn't like to use his brain very much the other night. So
Jeremy wasn't using his either. So
Oh, I
I
was
like,
using
"What
my
do you need
brain."
The number for? Jeremy's like, I don't know what the number's for. Like, "Yeah, well, it was just
well,
whole
because
thing-
Jacob always asked me what the number was. He's like, he started reading off numbers when I didn't have anything to put numbers in.
Welcome to cooperative games.
Welcome to Win Lose Listen cooperative games.
Absolutely.
You'll notice that a
Yeah.
lot when we play games that will yell at each other and
Funny
stuff
thing
like
is,
that. But
Steam has a bundle to buy like 4 different multiplayer games, like Keep Talking, Nobody Exposed, TikTok, A Tale for Two, which I also own, and Jeremy I don't think does.
did we play
Operation
that?
Tango, and we were what TikTok? Operation Tale for Two?
No, didn't we play Keep Talking?
Yeah, we played together
That's what I thought.
a couple times. Jeremy also yelled at me there too.
I did not yell at you there.
Die! And then fucking.
I did not yell at you.
Jeremy loves yelling at me.
I
It's a
never
very
yelled
abusive
at him.
friendship. Very abusive friendship.
There's a free DLC.
Yeah, but we didn't get that far.
I didn't even know.
Didn't even get that far.
No, we didn't.
We got a decent ways, I think, like mission 4 or something like that. But then Jeremy's like, you know what? Fuck it, because my game crashed and we had to restart. Not from the beginning.
It crashed
but from the
like 3
chapter.
times. And not
It
even his
wasn't my
game.
fault.
His game didn't crash 3 times. His game crashed the first time. The second and third time it bugged out on
Game
us.
bugged out. And we're
So-
like, nah, that's enough. That's it.
We will continue. We'll probably continue the game in a second part, just so we can complete it for you guys.
Actually,
As
give
long
an
as
honest
as
opinion.
long as it doesn't bug out. If it bugs out, we'll have to freaking restart, which kind of sucks.
Restart it.
But
Redo it.
just for you guys, we'll do it. I'll do it.
Absolutely. All right. See, Jeremy's such a nice guy, isn't he? So overall, not a bad game. Was definitely a fun one.
Especially for
we only
20
have like
bucks.
2 hours into it, so I doubt we're a full way through it because it said it takes like 24 hours to play.
24,
Should be,
really.
like, that's what it said. I can't remember where I saw that, but
Here's
I think I googled it before.
Here's the best part that Jacob still hasn't even said yet. This game, $20. That's it. $20. You have a friend. All you have to do is download the friend pass, and both
Kinda
of
like
you
It
can
Takes
play.
Two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you pay $20 for the price of 2 games.
Somebody beat the game in 6 hours, so we're 2 hours in, so we still got about 4 hours to go, maybe. Maybe.
Probably.
We'll see. Check it out on a later time. But yeah, $20 and only one person has to buy it. You can invite the other person in. And I mean, it's a newer game. It came out last year, so a lot of puzzle games that are co-op games that are coming out, and it's
Very
a
good
very similar
graphics,
theme
too.
to We Were Here. Oh yeah, if it wasn't for all the bugs, the game was really fun to play for sure.
Yeah, it really was.
Overall, so not a bad game. Check it out if you like puzzles. Maybe you can beat our time. It's not a race, but if you beat me, whatever. I have Jeremy as a partner, so
Yeah,
he's the
I'm
rock.
kind of useless on the rock.
He's the anchor, the rock.
I am.
All right, you are. You are. All right, guys. Wrapping things up with the trivia question for this week. By the way, did you see Frankie? Did you hear the sound? Let us know in the comments down below with your answer in order to secure your $10 gift card of choice. Or on any of our social medias on our website at www.winloselisten.com. Check it out. Let us know and walk away with a free $10 on us. I will let Jeremy be the one to read this trivia question. I feel left out and I want him to feel involved. I want him to feel appreciated and accepted.
I appreciate that, Jacob.
No
This
problem.
week's trivia question, something that
Yes.
I didn't even know personally.
No, you didn't.
I don't know
Makes
if
sense.
Jacob. I don't know if Jacob answered before he got the question, or if he
I
just
did actually get it right.
so he knew.
It was
Okay,
one of those, like,
all right. So
It was one of those like select the right answer and you had to click which one. So I had a 1/4 chance. I was like, it's
you
probably this
got
one.
it.
Click.
Okay.
I mean, technically,
So yeah, the question is, what was the name of the first video game ever created? Again, what was the name of the first video game ever created? And just to give you context, I will give you a
timeline.
hint.
Hmm.
Our hint
What's this
is the timeline. This game came out in 1972.
1972.
1972.
But I will also mention that the game did go by a previous name. So the game that we are looking for came out in 1972, but the first version of the game that had a different name that I will not tell you because that is cheating came out in 1958. So
There
if
you
you
go.
give either answer, that's fine. The one we thought of that we knew of was the one that Jeremy is going to be accepting as the right answer with
Either one of
1970
them.
something.
Either
them
one
right.
of those
Everyone.
are the correct answer. So As long as you get one of those,
And Frankie. Don't forget
and
about
Frankie,
Frankie.
you're good. You got the $10. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
$10. Oh, we're playing PUBG now, huh?
Oh yeah. When are we
Winner,
not?
winner, DoorDash for dinner.
Exactly. And
Puts the
just to
$10
leave you
DoorDash.
guys off with one little quick thing that we did not mention before. So we didn't really want to cover this, but I decided just to throw it in at the end. Something that me and Jacob have both used is a website called G2A. We love this website. We just wanted to. We're not sponsored. We just want to help you guys out because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you, get you information, and save you money. That's why we do free games. G2A is a website where people sell the games that you love and know for cheaper. You buy the CD key, you can redeem it on Steam, anything, any platform that it says that you can buy it for, and it's just overall just something where you save a lot of money. You can also help support us with this too. You can go to winloselisten.com/G2A. It will redirect you to G2A as a referral link and buy your games off of there. It will help us out a lot. It will help us create more content for you and just overall help you guys out.
Absolutely. Check it out. Again, not everything is always cheaper. There is sometimes you got a sale on Steam that is cheaper. But just price shop, see what is your better option, and go for that because I mean G2A is very secure, very safe.
I've
Even
bought
if you
so
didn't
much
come
stuff
across,
from it.
oh, and I've never had an issue. So,
No
and
issues
if
at
you do
all.
have an
And
issue,
you
their
can always
support
talk
team
to
is
them.
really good.
Yeah, very good.
Absolutely. So, yeah, check them out. Save some money because why not buy the game and save some money in the process? I mean, who doesn't like that?
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for winning,
Losing.
losing.
Oh, okay.
And
That's just how we're gonna do it here. Is it?
okay. Restart, scrap it. Thank you guys for winning
Losing.
and listening. My
What?
name is Jacob.
I'm Jeremy. And why are we talking about losing? You don't want to lose. But anyways,
No losers, just winners.
you guys
Winners.
have a good one.
See you guys next time.